you know, it's fragrances like these that remind me why I love this hobby so much. Trust me, it can get easy to get used to smelling the same old thing all the time. Trust me, I've been there. I test a lot of fragrances. That's kind of what I do here to bring you guys content. And when I'm trying out a lot of these fragrances, it gets to a point where they all kind of start to run together. Not every fragrance I own and that I've smelled have differentiated fully from each other. And again, that can get boring, that can get tiring, and really it can just get kind of discouraging. But today I'm going to be going over 7 fragrances that when I smelled them, they blew my mind. They reminded me why I love this hobby and really what is so special about fragrance in general. Because fragrances have a way to completely transform your mood and just put you in a better state of mind overall just by smelling them, and even sometimes just by looking at the bottle and thinking of what it smells like. So I do want to hear from you. What are some fragrances that you smelled and that instantly blew you away and that just really reminded you why you love fragrances so much? Make sure you let me know down below in the comments. Now I'm going to share with you my list of these. Hope you're ready. Let's get started. First fragrance up, we have a Tom Ford Private Blend. Now, for the longest time, I put off the Private Blend collection of fragrances. You know, the price was a pretty big factor. You know, you're paying anywhere from like $150 to an upwards of $200 for the 50 ml bottles. That's pretty steep. But here lately, or within the past few months, I kind of dove into them head first and ended up picking up like 6 or 7 of them. So I kind of went a little bit crazy there, but I realized it's just because overall, I haven't really smelled a Tom Ford fragrance yet that I haven't liked. I mean, they're all special. They're all amazing. And the one I'm particularly talking about today is Tom Ford Italian Cypress. This is in their new, like, rebottled line of fragrances. I forget what it's called. Of course, Italian Cypress was discontinued, and then they brought it back. Oh, it's the Reserve Collection. So this is in the Reserve Collection. It has the golden plaque. You can see it is raised. It's no longer a sticker. Pretty cool. I really like that. It's kind of hard to read here. And it is in person too sometimes, but you get what I'm saying. It's Italian Cypress by Tom Ford. What an amazing scent. It smells incredible. It's got that mature, classic type of smell going on, and it has that signature Tom Ford quality and just Tom Ford DNA in general. The Cypress smells incredible. It's woody. There's a bit of a sweetness in here, and almost when I spray this one on in the opening, I get almost like a cinnamon / nutmeg type of smell, just like a warm spiciness mixing with those woods. It smells great. I love it. Ever since I first tried it, I fell in love with it, and I'm like, holy crap, like, why did I wait so long to get this? You know, it's just kind of one of those situations where I wish I would have gotten it sooner because it's something I could have been wearing for a lot longer and enjoying. Up next here, we have Dior Eau Sauvage Cologne. So judging by the name of this one and also the white accenting on the cap and on, you know, this part here, you kind of have an idea of what this one's going to be. It's going to be an even more citrus heavy version of Eau Sauvage, which already was focused on citrus being a classic men's cologne, but still, this one takes it even to the next level. You get this nice grapefruit, bergamot, citrus blast with some petitgrain in there. It smells amazing. I mean, Dior does citrus like no other. I mean, we've seen it in a lot of fragrances. Dior Homme Cologne, which is another cologne flanker of Dior Homme, obviously, another cologne flanker in their line, that utilizes orange blossom and bergamot with a nice bed of musk. It smells incredible. The citrus in that one does not come across unnatural or synthetic in any way or another. It's the same thing here. I mean, it smells so crisp, so refreshing, and it's just amazing. This one really, really blew my mind and fascinated me when I first smelled it because I wasn't expecting that much out of it. You know, I'm like, okay, it's another cologne fragrance. I love Eau Sauvage. How could this be better? But for me, you know, somehow it just impressed me and it really exceeded my expectations. If you're someone who likes citrus and you like some more classic type of fragrances, you should check this one out. And also, if you like Eau Sauvage, but it is a bit classic for you still, you could go with this one because it does still have somewhat of that classic smell, but it's also modernized just from, you know, the more emphasis on all of the citrus that you get up top. Next here, we have a fragrance from Yves Saint Laurent. It's from their La Collection line of fragrances, and this might be my favorite one in this list. You know, it's a bold statement, but it might be. That is M7 Oud Absolu. This stuff is incredible. Oud, patchouli, deliciousness. That pretty much sums it up. That's really all I have to say about this one. If you like oud, you're going to love this. If you don't like oud, you're probably still going to love this, because guess what? The oud in this fragrance, it does not come across too heavy, too skanky, too anything like that. It's a mild, fresh, wearable oud. You get like a balsamic, like resinous type of smell from this fragrance as well. You get that nice patchouli in here. I mean, this stuff is incredible. Nothing else really to say about this one. It kind of leaves me speechless because I like it so much. This one, when I first smelled it, I was like, wow, I was not expecting that at all. I put it off for a long time because I didn't think I was going to like it, and well, I love it. I wasn't expecting it, but I do. I ordered a backup bottle. That should be here soon, because I do believe this one's on the chopping block, or it already has been chopped off the block. What I mean by that is it's discontinued. So it's going to get harder to find this one. If you can get a bottle, get it now while you can, and treasure this stuff. I don't know if they're going to re-release it again like they did here, putting it into the Lock Collection line after they originally put it out back when Tom Ford was the creative director. I don't know. I don't know why they're discontinuing it again. That's a shame. I hope it doesn't go away forever, because that's going to suck. That's going to be annoying. Regardless, M7 Oud Absolute. If you want something that's just like so well put together, you got to check this one out. Moving up next, we have Versace Pour Homme. This is a citrus-based fragrance. Citrus and just a little bit of a floral note. You get neroli in here. You get this nice bright lemon. It smells amazing. You get some musk as well. This is a fragrance that is never going to go out of style, and that is never going to not work and get the job done. This is actually called Versace Signature. Kind of gives you a pretty good idea of what type of fragrance this is. This could easily be a signature scent. This could be your one fragrance to rule them all. If you only had to choose one, or only wanted to choose one fragrance, if you were going to gift someone a fragrance who wasn't into fragrances, and you just wanted to give him one fragrance that he could wear for anything, it's going to be something like this. I mean, this stuff works for anything, any time of the year, any situation. You can do anything with it. It's a great office scent. It's a great casual scent. You could even wear this formally. Like, you can do anything with this stuff. It is that versatile, and it just smells that good. It's great quality. It's a Versace fragrance, and as you know, they really dominate that $50 mid-range price point. And you can get this for a little bit less than $50. I believe maybe around 40-ish or so for 100 ml. You can get 200 ml bottles like this for like in upwards of like $60, $55, $59, $60, somewhere in there. Great steal, great bang for your buck. And when I first smelled this one, I was like, that smells amazing. And I kind of had the same reaction with Chanel Allure Homme Sport, because they do smell very similar. I mean, this stuff, you can't go wrong with it. Chanel Allure Homme Sport, of course, started it. It's a nice tonka bean aldehydic citrusy scent. And that was in 2004. 4 years later, Versace came out with this one. I could have put them both in the list. I don't remember actually for sure which one I smelled first, but they are so similar to me that, both of them gave me the same reaction. And even to this day, Versace Pour Homme, when I spray it, smells incredible. I love it. Chanel Allure Homme Sport, when I spray it, I love it. I like to wear them both, even though I have a bunch of other fragrances I could choose from. I'm always going to go back to these. Versace Pour Homme. I'm sure most of you have tried it, but if you haven't, you're missing out. Moving up next, we have Bleu de Chanel Parfum. So I've always liked Bleu de Chanel. I smelled the EDP first, and I enjoyed it. I really liked it. But, at the time, it wasn't anything that really wowed me too much. I don't really know why. I think I was really into Sauvage and Aqua di Gio Profumo, and I don't know. I just didn't see fit needing Bleu de Chanel and wanting to wear it that much. And, just when I smelled it, I thought it smelled great, but it didn't do wonders for me. Fast forward to me getting a sample of the new Parfum version. Now that blew my mind. I'm like, holy crap, this is Bleu de Chanel? Like, what am I missing out on? Why haven't I gotten this fragrance sooner? I had that sample and I wore it a lot. I just, I sprayed it a lot. I put it off for a long time because, let's face it, these are not cheap fragrances. You can't really get them discounted. If they are at discounters, oftentimes they're actually cheaper than the official Chanel website and other retailers. That's something to watch out for. So I was putting it off, but eventually I bit the bullet. I bought all of the Bleu de Chanel bottles in 5-ounce size because I knew I was going to wear them, and I do. I wear this stuff quite often, and I also wear the EDP quite often. Typically, I'll layer them together. That kind of, helps me burn through them evenly, and it's just a nice layer. Even I'll throw in a spray of the Eau de Toilette sometimes too. Love Bleu de Chanel Parfum. When I first smelled it, it blew me away. I was like, why do I not have this? And well, I changed that. Second to last fragrance here, we have John Varvatos Artisan Aqua. This was my first John Varvatos fragrance and also the first one that I'd ever smelled. And when I got it in and I tried it, I loved it. I was like, this is what I'm missing out on. This is John Varvatos. Like, I got to get in more. And I did. At this point now, I've got basically all of them, or all the ones I can easily get, aside from some of the discontinued ones or whatever, but just about have everything. I love John Varvatos Artisan Aqua. When I first smelled it, it just blew me away. It was like, wow, this is something different. It's an aqua fragrance that's just done differently. It doesn't smell like anything else. It's not basic, has somewhat of a mature quality to it. It's soapy, clean, fresh. It smells amazing. Quality is amazing. You can't go wrong with this or any John Varvatos. If you want something good and unique for summertime, you gotta check this one out. And finally, last up, we have Lacoste L'Homme. You guys have heard about this one here lately on the channel. I've already reviewed it. I've went and bought the Intense version and also Timeless. I need to do videos on those. I probably will at some point, but I already covered this one, obviously. I love this fragrance. That nice creamy orange in the opening, some woods. It smells amazing. And again, it's something that's just different. It doesn't smell like anything else. It just smells like a man's fragrance, hence the name L'Homme. Pretty self-explanatory there. It's like you would think it would smell basic and simplistic, and on paper it may look that way, but when you smell it in person, it doesn't smell basic. It doesn't really smell simplistic. It's got some depth to it. It's got some substance to it, and that I really like and I really appreciate. That's the last fragrance on this video today, Lacoste L'Homme. You got to check this one out. You won't be sorry. So guys, that was going to do it for me. That was 7 fragrances that instantly blew my mind when I first smelled them. Again, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know down below, what are some fragrances that gave you the same type of reaction? That's going to do it for me. Make sure you stay safe out there. I'll see you tomorrow night with another one. Take care.